Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry it's a bit late in the day. I have been rearranging my yarn. I'm also sorry about the lighting. I've only got my light above me at the moment, so I apologise for any shadows. Today we will be doing tutorial number 3 for complete beginners, and we will be learning how to do the treble crochet. Now that is a UK term. In the US it's called double crochet. It's the same thing but just different terminology. So this is how your work should look at the end. Don't worry if your edges are not as straight as mine. The more you practice, the more even your edges will be, and your tension will be better also. So for this tutorial I am going to be using the Knitting Essentials Premium Aran. These are 50-gram balls and you can get them in Poundland. Now not every Poundland sells these, so you might have to hunt a bit until you find a Poundland that does stock them. This is in the colourway Mustard, and it recommends a 5mm hook, which I have just here. You will also need a pair of scissors and a needle for sewing in your ends. Let's move this. So first of all we are doing our slip knots, and you do that any way that you feel comfortable with. We insert our hook, and for this tutorial I'm going to do a starting chain of 17, and to do that you yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And you want to do that until you reach 17 or whatever number you want to start your chain with. There's no rule on how many chains that you must have or mustn't have. So I'm just going to carry on doing my chain. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. Once you have done your chain, now this is only a practice piece, so I am not doing it very big, and it will be smaller than this piece here. So what we want to do, we want to go in to the third chain from the hook. So what we do for that, we yarn over, so wrap the yarn around your hook, and we don't count the chain that's on the hook, and we go into the third chain, so it will look like you have 3 loops on your hook. You yarn over again and pull through, and then you will have 3 on your hook. You want to yarn over again, pull through 2 of those loops, so you have 2 left on your hook, and then you want to yarn over again and pull through 2, so you end up with 1 loop on your hook. And there you have just done your first treble crochet. So we are just going to do that again. So we yarn over, we insert, yarn over again and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. and you want to do that all the way along. Also, when you do this, so you yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, and when you yarn over again, because this is where you wrapped your yarn around your hook, sometimes it can be quite awkward to pull your hook through both of those. So after you pull it through the first one, sometimes it's easier to then angle your hook slightly to the side so you can then pull it through the second loop. Then yarn over, pull through 2. And your work should be looking like that. Now the reason we go into the third loop from the hook instead of the second, like a double crochet, is because you can see that these stitches are taller than what a double crochet is. So we want to leave enough room for our stitches. So yarn over, insert into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now treble crochet is one of my favourite stitches. Just move these. It also helps if you have enough yarn out of your ball of yarn, otherwise your stitches will be too tight. So we yarn over and into the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And it's as easy as that. So the reason I chained 17 on my hook was because when you go into the third chain from the hook, so you're missing 2 stitches, so 17 minus 2 is 15, so in the end you will be doing 15 stitches row to row. But you can have as many stitches or chains as you want. And we are coming to the end. And then we've got one last chain, so we yarn over, we insert our hook, we yarn over and pull through. We have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that is your first row. So on there should now be 17 stitches, or 17 treble crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So after that we chain 2. So remember, this is not like double crochet where we chain 1. This stitch is taller, so we chain 2, and then you want to turn your work. And then again yarn over. Now you can see where this stitch is right there, and your chain 2 is coming out of that stitch, so you want to miss that one and then go into this one here. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is what it should be looking like. So we'll carry on. So when you insert your hook, if you see those V shapes on the top of your work, you want to make sure you go under both of those V's on there. And as I said previously, when you yarn over and you go through and then yarn over again, when you then yarn over yet again to pull through 2, because you wrapped your yarn around this hook, sometimes it can be a little awkward. So when you pull through that first loop, then just angle your hook very slightly to the side to get it under that second loop, and then pull through, and it makes it so much easier. I hope you're finding this tutorial helpful. If not, please let me know in the comment section. So we are coming to the end on this again. and I will show you how to end it and go to the next row. It can be sometimes a bit awkward to get into that very last one, but still make sure you have your two, you've gone under the V, sorry. And that's your second row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there's 15. Right, now what I want you to do is chain 2 again and turn your work. Yarn over, not going into that very base of that stitch, but going into the next one, insert it, catching both the loops of the V, yarn over again and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now what I want you to do is pause the video and I will meet you at the end of this row and show you what to do next. Right, so now I'm coming to the end of my third row, so you will see that there is only one stitch left. So you want to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. But you will see on that one that you have only got 14 stitches. You need to make it up to 15. So if you remember on the previous row, when we turned, we chained 2. So what you want to do now on this row and the next rows is you want to yarn over and you want to go into the very top of that second chain on your chain 2. Now it can be quite awkward to get in there, so once you're in there into the top of the chain 2, or should I say the second chain of the chain 2, you want to yarn over again and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that just evens it up. And that's what it should be looking like. So on to our fourth row, you want to chain 2 and turn your work, not going into the base of that stitch but the next one, and you want to do that all the way along. And remember, when you think you've done your last stitch, then you want to go into the top of that second chain on your chain 2 turning chain and do another treble crochet like all the other stitches. You then chain 2 and turn your work, and it's backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. So if you pause the video and do your sample or practice piece, and I will meet you at the end to show you how to finish your work. Okay, so I've only just done a practice piece. Like I said before, it doesn't matter if your edges are not straight. The more you practice, the better you will get. So this is what it should be looking like. Your piece of work. This is how your piece of work should be looking. And we are doing our last row. So we're just going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we are just going to do that all the way along until we get to the end. Remember, always make sure you pull enough yarn out, otherwise your stitches are going to be too tight. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we come to that very last chain 2 turning chain. So you just want to do a treble crochet into the top of that chain. And that is the end of the last row. So now what we want to do, we want to go as if we're chaining 1. Keep your fingers there. You want to cut a good length of yarn off, 6 to 8 inches, and then just pull through and tighten. And there is your practice piece, and that is what it should be looking like. All that left is to do is to sew in the ends, and all you do with those, you just weave them in and out of the stitches. And you can see this piece is finished and all weaved in. So I hope you have found this tutorial helpful, and please let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.